Christmas is just around the corner, so what's hiding behind our door number 20 of our Advent calendar? Joy and sorrow often go hand in hand at the end of the season. Some sides are promoted to the Bundesliga, and some have to take the tough drop to the second tier. You requested it, so here are the top 10 promotion and relegation battles. Number 10 is the Tale of Ulm in 1998-99. The team had been promoted to Bundesliga 2 from the regional league, and they were rank outsiders for the campaign. But Ulm kept pace for the entire season and topped off their fantastic campaign with promotion. A 0-0 draw against Greuther Fürth was enough to secure a sensational promotion to the top flight for Ulm. It's the final day of the 2012-13 season, and Hoffenheim are in an automatic relegation place ahead of facing Borussia Dortmund. Borussia are 1-0 ahead before Sead Salihovic equalises from the spot. A few minutes later, and Dortmund keeper Roman Weidenfeller takes out Hoffenheim forward Sven Schiplock in the box. Penalty and a red card. Kevin Grosskreutz dons the gloves, but he can't save the spot kick. Hoffenheim win 2-1 against heavy favourites Dortmund and secure a place in the relegation playoff.
Surely time must be up now. Yes, it is! And they've saved themselves at least for a week.
The victims of all this were Fortuna Düsseldorf. Norbert Meyer's team lost 3-0 at Hanover and were relegated. Hoffenheim's win in Dortmund was enough to send Fortuna down to the second tier. There was a real final in 2005-06 between Wolfsburg and Kaiserslautern. The permutations were clear. Kaiserslautern had to win. A draw or loss would mean safety for the Wolves. Kaiserslautern took an early lead through Halil Altintop, and people started to believe in a miracle. But then Wolfsburg struck back with a double. Cedric Macchiari and Diego Klimovitz turned the game on its head within the space of a few minutes. The game was as good as done as Kaiserslautern's equaliser came too late. Anguish for the Red Devils, elation for the Wolves. Current Bundesliga side Darmstadt had a promotion and relegation playoff derby showdown with Waldhof Mannheim in June 1988. The first and second legs didn't produce a winner, so back then a third match was needed in neutral Saarbrücken. After 120 goalless minutes, there was still nothing to tell between the teams, so to penalties, and it was dramatic. 14 spot kicks, 5 were missed or saved. The lead changed time and again. Willy Berntnecker fired the ball into the night sky, and that left Bernd Klotz to hold his nerve and keep Mannheim in the top flight. The wait for promotion would be a very long one for Darmstadt. The Lilies from Darmstadt are in their second season in the top flight, but their fairy tale promotion was a small miracle of German football. Victory on the final day of the 2014-15 season was what Darmstadt needed, and they got it. A dream free kick from Tobias Kemper paved the way for an immense party at the Stadion am Bullenfalltor. Tremendous scenes in 6th place. The final day of the 1995-96 season saw a relegation battle of world champions and friends. Leverkusen versus Kaiserslautern, Rudi Völler against Andreas Bremer. Their friendship was put to one side for the 90 minutes, a game where initially Pavel Kuka gave hope to Lautern, who needed a win. Joy on one side and despair on the other. Then up stepped Markus Munch in the 81st minute with his first goal of the season to snuff out Kaiserslautern's survival dreams. The Red Devils took the drop, and Bremen sought solace in the arms of a friend. Sorrow not just for him, but a whole region. It was the showdown on the final day of last season. Werder Bremen at home needed to win to avoid the relegation playoff. Eintracht Frankfurt were the visitors and needed a point to guarantee their survival in the Bundesliga. The game was full of excitement from the first whistle, with chances for both sides. But it remained goalless until the 88th minute.
Oh, is it on? It's in! It is in! It is in! It is in! Oh, drama! The Bremen fans have gone absolutely ballistic. Referee Eintracht checks his watch. He's 1 minute over the 3. And there he goes. That's the final whistle. Just look at the seeds. Look at the seeds. Bremen are safe.
It's the second leg of the 2014-15 relegation playoff as Karlsruhe host Hamburg. The first leg ended 1-1, but now it's time for the thriller in the Wildparkstadion. Reinhard Jabel makes it 1-0 to the host with just 10 minutes to go. The top flight is within reach. The first minute of injury time and both Rafael van der Vaart and Marcelo Diaz stand over the free kick. The final chance for Hamburg to remain in the Bundesliga.
Edge of your seat stuff, regardless of who you're a fan of. They've got one shot at it. 90 minutes is gone. They've got a free kick that if it doesn't come off, they'll be playing in the second division next season, Hamburg. Diaz has gone for the goal. He's hit the goal, and Hamburg are still in the top flight.
Jubilation for Hamburg, but it means extra time.
There's an overlap. Kleber, there's Nico Müller, and Hamburg have scored with 5 minutes to play. The referee brings it all to an end. Celebrations for Hamburg. The clock in Hamburg says 51 years, 281 days, 4 hours, 36 minutes, and 17 seconds.
This story packs a punch. Mainz were in an automatic promotion place going into the final day of both the 2001-2 and 2002-3 campaigns, but defeats in the final games of both seasons meant that they weren't promoted to the Bundesliga. But third time's a charm, as they say, and on that third attempt, Mainz achieved promotion to the top flight. Eintracht Trier were the opponents for Jurgen Klopp's side on the final day of the season, and this time, Mainz did it better. Goals from Michael Turk, Manuel Friedrich and Turk again, assured a 3-0 win. But the side had to then wait for other results from around the country. Eventually, it was just pure relief. They'd done it. Mainz were a top-flight club. Nurnberg were in 12th place heading into the final day of the 1998-99 season, surely safe from relegation. But not this season because opponents Freiburg were direct competitors in the relegation battle. Nurnberg appeared too sure about their position and were unable to overturn a 2-0 deficit at half-time. Does that mean relegation? Yes, if Frankfurt win by 4 goals in their game against Kaiserslautern. Eintracht are going for the win and grab an equaliser to make it 1-1. The scoreline was 4-1 to Frankfurt in the 89th minute. And that was until Jan Arge Fjørtoft came up with possibly the most important goal for the club to make it 5-1. And that's how it stayed. Frankfurt win on the day, and they're also the victors in probably the strangest relegation battle in Bundesliga history.
The tricks, the flair, the swagger.
Loads over the effort. The first goal of the Bundesliga season is an absolute crack.
Pick me.
picked me.
Take part now.